What's going on? It's Joe 672 coming to you guys over there now. So, training camp is here. The series is about to start right now. I'm excited to do this because it's finally here. And I know that the channel's been quiet for a while, but really nothing else is going on. And training camp is here now. So I would take every bit of news with a grain of salt just because, you know, some guys really aren't playing for the next, maybe today and tomorrow. So I wouldn't go crazy about, what's going on. But I just wanted to give you the news on what was going on at camp today. Doug Pearson back. Carson Wentz is back. And that's really it. So let's get straight to the news of training camp day one. Carson Wentz was accurate all day today. His throws were amazing. Everywhere he threw the ball, very accurate. Threw a nice 25-yard deep post-quarter route to Nelson Aguilar. Did very well. And even showing up at his press conference today, a lot of people were saying that he was looking very relaxed. He was looking like nothing really bothered him, that he was just very focused compared to when before spring practices start and that he was so aggravated from these injury questions. Okay, I think the more that everyone sees him on the field, the more that everyone sees him at practice, and he's looking very good, he's moving very nicely, I don't think we're going to have any problems with that. So, very happy to see that Carson Wentz is back, ready to go. Miles Sanders was put into the rotation today, fully healthy. Doug Pearson already said he was going to kind of ease him into this offense a little bit. Then till preseason games start, then he'll start to sprinkle him in and see what he could do against another team in another jersey. Now, Miles Sanders had a little bit of the torn, a little hamstring, the partial tear, whatever it was. But as it was on the field today and looked pretty damn good. He juked a few guys out, ran up the middle, and he has shown the coaches as a first impression today that he's got a very good jump cut ability. He's got a very high jump cut ability, makes guys miss. I understand they're not wearing pads right now. I know everything's a little bit different just with helmets and shorts on, but the coaches in the front office know that when they see this kid on the field, even if he's practicing, they know he's got a lot of juice in his legs and his feet. So I'm very happy to see Miles Sanders. He's missed a lot of valuable time, needs to get back to it, and that's really it. So we'll get back to Miles Sanders hopefully tomorrow, and he'll get more reps, and I can't wait to see more Miles Sanders. Jordan Howard started first-team reps with the offense today, and then behind him that was really rotating was Sproles, Adams, Wendell, Smallwood, Corey Clement. So you had a few guys back there, and Miles Sanders, of course. Avonte Maddox and Rasul Douglas started on the outside corners today. Jalen Mills and Ronald Darby did not practice today. So then what happened was Avonte Maddox was moved to the nickel spot, was moved to the slot. Sidney Jones came in at outside cornerback when they were in their nickel package. So you had pretty much Sidney Jones on the outside corner spot in their nickel package today. And Avonte Maddox has been switching from inside to outside as well. The starting linebackers today was Nathan Gary, Camu Grugier-Hill, and Zach Brown. Nigel Bradham, I don't know what's going on with him. I know he's not injured. Some of these guys probably took a rest day. I don't know. But very happy with this linebacker core. You still got LJ Fort that you picked up from free agency, that played with the Steelers late last year and had a really good turnaround year at the end of the year last year. A lot of depth at linebacker right now. You have the undrafted free agent TJ Edwards as well that hopefully can make a roster spot. So I like that there's going to be some competition at the linebacker position this year, and we have some guys that want to prove everybody wrong. It's a lot of guys with chips on their shoulders. So, if it's between TJ Edwards and Camu and, Nate Gary's a guy that's, been a backup and he'll always be a backup, but he's a guy that you can count on if you need to put him into a game, if you really need him to come into a game. And you know what? From Nathan Gary, that's been a safety in college, coming to a linebacker in the NFL, you know what? I really can't give him too much crap because it's actually not been playing too bad for us. Even last year didn't really play too bad for us either. Not the greatest coverage guy. We don't really have the best coverage linebacker. If I could pick the best coverage linebacker that the Eagles do have on this team right now, it's got to be LJ Fort. LJ Fort is the best coverage guy. When it comes to tackling, when it comes to everything else, you have guys like Zach Brown that's never going to miss a tackle. Guys are going to go down and blitz and hit the gap real hard. So, hopefully some of these guys make a difference. So very excited for the linebacker position as well. Andrew Sendejo made the first play on defense today, and that was picking off Nate Sudfeld, reading the quarterback's eyes, getting in front of the wide receiver, and getting that ball. So, Andrew Sendejo, I keep forgetting that Andrew Sendejo is still on this team. Okay, he's one of the most hard-hitting safeties in the league. And, Andrew Sendejo He came from a team where he wasn't winning, going to a winning culture now in the Philadelphia Eagles, and really riding high with this team, and he can't wait to be in here. And I know he'll get some playing time this year. A lot of these guys are going to get playing time. You got Rodney McLeod, Malcolm Jenkins, that they move all over the field. Anderson Dejo is definitely going to get playing time. Blake Countess maybe. Blake Countess will get some time, special teams time as well. And with Trey Sullivan and DeAndre Hall, you have those guys as well. So you can't really forget about them as well, especially for the future. You really can't forget about them too. So very excited about the safety position. Nate Sudfeld threw 2 really good passes to Mark and Michelle, and Mark and Michelle has really impressed these coaches throughout the spring. I heard a lot of good things about them, and you know what? I think it's a long shot for Mark and Michelle to make the roster. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe he'll play better than Shelton Gibson. Maybe. There's just a few, it really all depends. It really all depends. Because I know that, I don't think Mark and Michelle is that deep guy. I know Shelton Gibson is a deep threat, but I don't know if Mark and Michelle is. He looks like more of an intermediate guy. He does have speed, don't get me wrong. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows at this point? But Mark and Michelle has had a really good offseason, so let's see how he battles in training camp, see how he goes, and, and then, if Nate Sudfeld is helping him shine, then hey, why not? Clayton Thorson, that we drafted this year at quarterback, is still not doing good, still overthrowing targets. He overthrew Braxton Miller today. Not doing good at all. I don't even know what to say about it anymore. He's just been god-awful, a waste of a draft pick this year, which I wish we could take back. Josh Adams has actually been put into the passing game a lot today. They threw him probably multiple passes today. So I know that Doug wants all his running backs to pretty much be the same. And I know all of them do different things, but I'm saying, they want all these running backs to catch out of the backfield. In Doug's offense, you need these running backs to catch passes out of the backfield or go out for passes, and definitely. I saw a raw video of, Jordan Howard, and, the Bears never... They passed the ball to him in the beginning when he started his career in Chicago, and then stopped really after Tariq Cohen was on the team. Then they pretty much used Jordan Howard as the finisher in games. Didn't pass him the ball at all. And Doug is using Jordan Howard to all of his strengths. Whether we have him just for 1 year, the guy is going to make a huge impact in this offense and this team with one of the best offensive lines in the league, with going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You really can't complain with this wide receiver core and how much it's going to spread everything out. And Jordan Howard is going to have a heck of a day at a game going through and being a punisher right up the middle. And the amount of yards that he catches, the amount of yards that he gets after contact is ridiculous. He was the top running back in the red zone last year. Number 1 running back in the red zone last year was Jordan Howard. So I'm expecting all these running backs to put some time in, catch out of the backfield, go out for catches, and, do some good things. So we'll see what happens. Now, the punt returns. So I want to go over, I'm going to read a few names. We have Darren Sproles, Boston Scott, Donnell Pumphrey, DeAndre Tompkins, the undrafted free agent from Penn State, and you have Nelson Aguilar, which Nelson Aguilar is not returning punts. DeAndre Tompkins has a chance. Donnell Pumphrey, I don't want him playing on this team regardless. I hate Donnell Pumphrey. And Darren Sproles, Boston Scott. Those are my 2 right now. So just say if Darren Sproles was just say they put Darren Sproles on a few plays on offense, okay? You could give Darren Sproles a break, put Boston Scott in there if you have to. So the good thing is you could put Boston Scott in there. And like I said, guys, this is going to get in the way of Boston Scott. I want to see what he could do. But with Darren Sproles now getting punts now, and then being in this offense, add to this arsenal in this offense, now you're blocking Boston Scott and Donnell Pumphrey and DeAndre Tompkins from pretty much getting their shot to do something. DeAndre Tompkins as well. I mean, come on now. I mean, I want to see what DeAndre Tompkins can do with his speed. I don't want to see his speed translate from college to the NFL, because I want to see just what he could do at punt return, what he's got when he gets the ball in his hands. Guys aren't aggressive when they get punts. They sit back and they're very patient, or they're very aggressive. You never really know. But I want to see some of these guys. I mean, we're going to see different guys in preseason, and these preseason games coming up, what these guys could do. So other than that, that's really it. Well, that's really it, guys. So that was pretty much the day today. A very light day today. Very light info on a day like this today. But this is the first day of training camp. I'm just glad that it started. I'm glad that it's here. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I pretty much cover all of Eagles news and everything like that. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys later. Shake squad up. Fly on fly.